Hey everyone, Paul Carroll here again from Northern Colorado chapter of Indian Motorcycle Riders Group with your safety maintenance tip of the day. I get a lot of questions on how to jumpstart a motorcycle. Is it possible to jumpstart a motorcycle without going to the battery? And the answer to both of those is yes. It's easy to jumpstart a bike. You can jumpstart it from any 12-volt system, but more importantly, you can jumpstart the motorcycle without going through the labor of taking the seat off the bike to get to the battery box. And you're simply going to do nothing more than use a jump pack and start it straight to the starter. So with that, I'm using a MicroStart today, which is made by anti-gravity batteries. This particular jump pack is nothing more than a high-powered lithium battery. Fits nice in your saddlebag. There's multiple different manufacturers out there that make the same thing. You can go on Amazon, you can research Revzilla. A lot of different companies carry these. So I would highly suggest getting one, keeping one stored in your saddlebag for a safety reassurance that if in fact your battery goes dead, you're able to at least jumpstart and get the bike running to get it to maintenance. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and come over here to the left side of the motorcycle. On all Indian motorcycles, the starter is mounted on the front of the engine compartment. The easiest access point is right to the left side of the starter. So you can see the starter in here. Attached to the front of that starter is a bolt, and you can see a wire that is connected to that bolt. That's your live feed directly from the battery compartment. So that's the only thing that we're providing power to is a starter to get this bike cranked. So to be able to do that, I'm going to do nothing more than take my MicroStart. With your MicroStart, usually, traditionally comes these alligator clips to be able to jumpstart a battery, whether it be a car battery, whether it be a bike battery. Most of these are set up in such a way that you can't plug them in incorrectly, and you can't connect it to the starter incorrectly. So if you reverse polarity, you have a red light that will illuminate on here. So the first thing I like to do is I like to do nothing more than just put the MicroStart down on the floorboard itself. Gives me access to the nut on the front of the starter. I'm going to connect my positive cable to that nut, and I'm going to ground the negative to the engine. At this point in time, the only thing I'm going to do is come up and hit the main power on the motorcycle and then hit the starter and crank. Once you've got the motorcycle cranked, it's important on 2018 and newer Indian motorcycles that you automatically come down here and disconnect the cables as soon as it starts. Because your power switch, your engine kill switch and your start switch is one switch. Where on the older model Indian Roadmasters 2017 and older, your start switch is separate from the actual power switch. So you want to make sure and come down and disconnect it, because if not, it will continue to keep running your starter even with the engines going. So once the bike starts, I would have somebody assist you if you can, but keep the throttle rolled up to about 1500 RPM and go ahead and disconnect your jump start. And I would run that throttle for 1500 to 2000 RPM for a couple of minutes, just because at idle, a stator is not spinning fast enough to back charge a battery with any substantial power. So you run it about 1500, 2000 RPM for a couple of minutes. Should give you plenty of recharge on the battery, at least to get yourself to a dealership and get the situation rectified. So hope that helps. Hope that helped you. Maybe it helps another biker in a pinch. Of all these years, I've never had to jump start my own bike. I've always jump started plenty of others. So I wish you safe riding and have a great day.